Hey, hair friend.
Hey, hair friends.
Hey.
Hi. Oh my gosh, it's Wednesday. We are so excited to be back here with you, hair friends. As always, want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Salon Service Group. If you do not know, they have an amazing line of hot tools and products called U-Smooth, and they donate 2% of all of those sales to the You Care Foundation, which is a great fund placed for hairstylists and professionals to access funds when they're in time of financial hardship and need those funds to get through.
It's amazing.
So if you are a hairstylist or professional in need of those funds, you can apply for them directly at usmooth.com.
It's truly a beautiful organization, but speaking of beautiful hot tools that U-Smooth does provide right now, I'm currently using the brand new Evolution blow dryer. It's super lightweight. You can compact it so it's travel friendly, and there are so many different features, one of them being magnetic actual oh goodness, like the diffuser, the actual attachments are all magnetic, which is amazing. And I don't know why that decided to have a word slip, but it's early in the morning, bear with us.
I know that you loved that it was compact because you travel quite a bit.
Yes.
And you like something that can
Well, and we use our blow dryer the most.
Right.
So being that it's so lightweight,
he likes a hair dryer. It's, you know, it's core to who we are. It's the symbol of a hair friend.
It sure is. But check out the Evolution blow dryer right now at Salon Service Group or at usmooth.com.
Fantastic. So today I'm super excited to introduce my personal hair regrowth guru. She's been working with me for months on my hair regrowth journey. The one, the only, Beth Fouts.
Hi. Hello. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Hello.
So excited to be here with you guys.
This has been such a long time coming. I've been wanting to get you in here, been wanting to pick your brain. When I first met you, I was kind of at the end of my rope. I was ready to give up. Let it go. Let it all go.
You were shaving your head quite literally.
I was going in for something new, something fresh, something not originally organically from me.
And you looked beautiful bald, too. You did. You looked beautiful bald, but now we're on a different hair journey.
Well, and if you've been paying attention and staying tuned to the HairFriend Network and our podcast, which you can find on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and the YouTube channel, the HairFriend Network, please comment, like, subscribe, help us grow the channel. We appreciate it, Hair Friends. If you've been following along, I have been kind of, up and down with my hair over the last few years. And I really thought that I was going to have to go the system route, which I was prepared for. Mm-hmm. And I'm not unfamiliar.
And you were excited about it, too.
Yeah.
We talked about when I went to Ireland and came back and I had a new do. And we're going to talk about why that wasn't the right one for me when we talk about hair systems.
But the confidence was.
Yes.
Okay.
But today we're going to talk about hair regrowth, hair systems, or hair surgeries, and which one may or may not be right for you and why. And Beth, you know all about hair regrowth. So let's start by talking about the reasons for hair loss.
Okay.
And can you just give us the 101?
Okay. Well, there are many types of alopecia. Some can be regrown, some won't be regrown. I know if you see a place like alopecia areata, for instance, it will be a place, usually a circular or oval area that has, there's no vellus hair. There's no like the little hairs on your arm. Mm-hmm. There's none of that even showing. It's just completely gone.
A barren wasteland.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Is. But you actually did still have some hair growing in that area, and that's why we were able to get it to come back.
Right, because I thought it was done and over with, and you were like, "No, you're a good candidate for hair regrowth."
Right. So you have the normal type of alopecia, which is male pattern baldness. Mm-hmm. Women usually will have alopecia that will affect their whole head. So there's a byproduct of testosterone called DHT, mm-hmm. which is found usually only on the top of men's heads. And when these things that I'm saying, I mean, there could be women who may have male pattern baldness.
Absolutely.
It's very, that's also a thing that could happen. But women usually have this DHT all over their heads, which is why you'll see they'll have an overall thinning, and also why they're not eligible for surgery options and men are, because we can move hair from an area that isn't affected by DHT to an area that is, and those hair follicles will never be affected.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
I
Right.
mean, I noticed that specifically was that the hair on the sides and the back was still very full, very lush.
Which
Yeah.
And
seems
then
to be common, right?
Right.
for men's male pattern baldness, that makes so much sense too. It's like the women in my family, typically the thinning would be all over the scalp in a much more like evenly dispersed
Yeah.
way.
Which this is actually a good time for a question that I have for you. What are some signs of hair loss? Are they different for every individual? Tell us a little bit about
They're
that.
usually not very different. So there's usually 4 to 6 hairs coming out of each hair follicle. And when the DHT starts affecting those hair follicles, you'll go down to 3 to 2 to 1 coming out. One big notifier, especially for men, is the hair color will start getting really light because the hair is no longer holding the amount of melanin that it was before. So it'll be a really light on the top, but you'll still have the dark hair on the sides and the back. And the hair will also be a different texture than the sides and the back because it isn't holding oil. It's usually a lot drier.
Yes, definitely noticed the difference in texture.
Yeah, right. It'll almost feel hay-like sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what types of hair loss are there and which options are best to use for those types? I know you've mentioned a few, so can you just give us like the loss type versus the solution?
Okay, so if we have the type, instead of like going into all the different types of alopecia, the best way to look at the scalp, if there's no vellus hair growing there and it's shiny bald, it's not going to come back. We can't reactivate those follicles.
Right.
They're dead and they're gone. So as long as there's vellus hair there, we can get it to multiply.
Wow.
Yeah. So you already are noticing.
Yeah, yes.
And the texture's coming back. And usually when during the regrowth, so we're reversing what has happened. Your hair grows 1/2 inch a month, which I'm sure you know. So when the regrowth process starts happening, the newest hairs that come in, they are going to be clear, but they will kind of act like tree stakes. So one of the very first things you notice when it starts coming back is that your hair feels fuller.
Yes.
It might not look, necessarily.
I almost
Good
thought
analogy.
I thought I was
fuller.
trying to convince myself, like some self-delusion, like
Yeah.
that first month I was just like, I can feel it. I can't see anything happening, but I know it. I can feel it. So that makes sense. It was clear.
Yeah, they're clear hairs, and because they're first coming out, they're gonna. It's almost like when we use thinning shears on someone's hair. If you go too close to the scalp, you've got little prickly things. So those little prickly things are, like I said, acting like tree stakes and plumping up the rest of your hair. So then we'll go to after those hairs come in around the 4th or 5th month. That's when they'll start gaining color. You'll notice the color coming back to the hair that already had been growing, and I can definitely tell. Like with your hair, your hair color. I mean, I would have never. When you first came in, you had. Well, if
I'm
going
gonna throw up a shot of my head when I first went to see Beth. She
Yeah.
took this photo of the back of my head. My hair looks so coarse and so dry, and the grays, and there are a few, but just a few. No, it's okay. No, I actually love the gray that's coming in, but it was just so much. It was so much more prevalent in the hair because my overall hair tone was very dull. My hair almost had like a bluish gray tone to it.
It definitely did.
And now
it was also your natural level is like a 3, and that hair that you had there was more like a 5, on the top.
And I'm going to share a picture of it now. I just took this yesterday. This is another photo of the back of my head. No product, just washed it with some HairFriend hair care shampoo and conditioner, and then just let it air dry. And you can see the difference in the volume, in the tone, just in the overall
Yeah.
growth of the hair. It's incredible. I would never have imagined that my hair would be getting back to the fullness that it's getting back to and feeling amazing.
Yeah.
Now tell me, tell all of us really, if a client hair friend is super interested in the regrowth process, and what are the exact steps that they would go about, and how long does this process take?
Book Beth, go to her salon.
That's right, hair friends.
Actually, it's a good point real quick. Before you tell everyone where to go and how to start the process, where can they find you?
They can find me on Facebook. I believe it's Beth.Fouts at Yahoo.
Beth on Facebook?
Uh-huh.
Beth.Fouts1.
Or they can call or text me at 417-861-1187. I'm totally fine to answer. A lot of people are a little embarrassed at first.
Well, we talked about that when I first met you, speaking of starting the process.
Yeah, so if someone comes to you and they're embarrassed about this, but they want to know the steps, what is their first initial step with you when it comes to the regrowth?
I just have them come in and do a consultation.
Perfect.
And unfortunately, when in hair school, we're not taught a lot of this. We may have an hour spent on hair loss, and it really is. It's a huge thing with medications affecting your hair growth, different like thyroid disorders. So there's a lot of things that can contribute to hair loss. So it really is important to come in and get a consultation so we can kind of narrow down like where it's coming from and see if there's different adjustments that we can make not only in your lifestyle but also in the products that you're using.
Well, and what I really love too is the fact that you're creating a safe space for clients who want to come in and have a service done that may not be I'm going to the salon to have my extensions redone and my blonde roots touched up and it's glamorous and everyone's going to watch me get it done and I'm just going to feel amazing.
Which we're here for that too.
We're here for that. But if I need to go and have everything removed, cleaned, buffed, and laid back down, I may not want to do that with an audience. So you're creating a safe space that's very private, very secluded.
Yes.
I loved it.
We do have a
It felt
private
very
room.
ultra VIP.
Yeah, thank you.
For
that.
me, being BALD.
Well, I'm kind of one of those people that I like my privacy too. I can understand people wanting the girls' day and at the spa or whatever. I personally have never been one of those people. I feel exposed when I'm getting my hair done.
Oh,
so,
that's a good
It's
word
almost
for
too
it.
much.
It is too
right?
much, right?
Overwhelming,
Yeah,
for sure.
So I like.
As an introvert,
I
I
like an enclosed
totally
room.
see that too.
Yeah, and then you can have this intimate conversation about your hair. To me, this isn't a vanity thing. This is you're wanting to look like everyone else. You're just wanting to look and feel
It's a
normal.
confidence and a
Everybody
mental
loves
health
good-
thing.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah,
loves
And
good
if it helps you to
self-esteem.
feel good and get out of bed in the morning and go live your best life, do it.
Because a lot of these people have gone from they're no longer framing their face or doing things to. It's no longer a decorative thing. Like they're now brushing their hair, combing their hair to cover up this issue. rather
I'm noticing
than-
my collection of hats now.
Yeah.
Didn't realize I was collecting them until I started. Yeah.
hats.
Yeah.
I want to call attention, and we're going to wrap up this part one of the hair regrowth system or surgery question. Which one's right for you? We've talked about hair regrowth. We've talked about systems. Our next episode, we're going to talk a little bit more about the surgery route, and then hair systems and what's right for you and what to look for.
Yeah,
Because
perfect.
mine was way too thick. Real quick though, Beth, as a hair friend, which you are, I mean, without a doubt, right? We want to give special attention to an organization near and dear to your heart. Can you tell us a little bit about the Live Strong Foundation and why you want us to call attention to it?
Okay, well, it's Lifted Strong.
Lifted Strong,
It's
I'm sorry.
fine. It's fine. I recently traveled to Tanzania, Africa, and we worked with an organization there who helps women who have been affected by HIV, and a lot of them, their partners or husbands had also had HIV and passed away. So now these women are the sole breadwinners of their families, and a lot of them have never worked before. That their only thing had been staying home, taking care of their children. So. And also, some of them have been forced out of their homes and neighborhoods because there's so little education about HIV and how it's transmitted. It's a very sad situation. But Lifted Strong, they take 10 to 12 women every year, and they focus on those 10 to 12 women and build them up, lift them up, and teach them job skills, marketing skills, teach them how to sew. Some of them don't know, they have no idea what they could do for a living. And they help them to find their strengths and something that, that they can enjoy. So my friend Michelle and I went, and we helped them to learn how to market what it is that they're doing. And with HIV, a lot of these women are sick. Like they have days where they can't. And like a huge thing is selling firewood and charcoal. I mean, to have to carry all of this with them every day, and so I mean, one basic thing that I had mentioned to them was go take orders from people and then go and deliver on another day, and it never occurred to them to not just take their stuff to the road and sell it, like there's people that can't get to you. How about you go to them? So it's just very basic things that we take for granted for knowing. And
I'm just grateful for you for helping us to bring attention to the organization. We want to do our part at myhairfriend.com and myhairfriend LLC. So if you go to our website now, you can use promo code STRONG25. You'll receive 25% off your entire purchase of any HairFriend merchandise or the HairFriend hair care. This promo code will be good from May 18th through June 15th. And yeah, check it out. Thank you so much.
I appreciate that so much.
Absolutely.
That's
HairFriend's
awesome.
doing amazing things
Thank
all
you.
over the world, bringing attention to organizations, local, national, international. HairFriends are everywhere. And thank you for listening.
Thank you so much. And one more time you can go to usmooth.com today, get their new Evolution blow dryer with magnetic attachments, super lightweight,
really
and
need
it's also
this.
travel friendly.
You do need this.
I do.
We're going to work
I'm
on
getting
that.
ready to go to Switzerland. I'm
Phenomenal.
gonna need
It
this.
is phenomenal. It's
HairFriends, we'll see you next Wednesday
Cheers,
for part 2.
HairFriends. Yes.
Cheers.